Okay, so let's talk about something a bit more positive then. So, first of all, we are going to say there is going to be spoilers if you haven't seen the season. But I know that you and Yoda have done a video, which you can find on our channel, like and subscribe and all that stuff. But I have just finished Picard season 3 because I heard it was good. It took me 4 days whilst working full time to finish it. That's how dedicated I was. But conversely, I enjoyed every minute of it. It was so well done. It was so well written. Each episode was nicely paced. It left on a cliffhanger. You were invested in all of the characters. It kind of had the strong female characters in there, but it didn't force it down your throat because like 7 and 9 and all that kind of thing are strong, great characters anyway. Geordie's daughters, I thought, again, were very nicely done because it wasn't just that they were Mary Sue's. They always put the emphasis back on that it's what's it called? Geordie's daughters. So they got it from Geordie, but then they were still strong and independent, which is, it's perfectly okay to do that. The overall series was masterclass.
Yes, it was. And me and Yoda did, I think we watched the first episode and we discussed it because we reviewed seasons 1 and 2 and we were disgusted by them. So we've reviewed episode 1 of season 3.
I gave up in season 1 after like 1 or 2 episodes. I think it was awful.
It was the worst TV, some of the worst TV I've ever seen. And the fact that it was Picard and all the characters around it, it was a disgrace. And I said this to you, what me and Yoda did yesterday is we ended up talking for another 2 hours, but Yoda's going to cut it up and we reviewed the whole season.
Right,
so
okay.
That's going to be available later this week after. But season 3 was excellent. And I was very sceptical at the beginning. Yoda kind of, I'm going to put words into his mouth though. I kind of felt Yoda was all on board after about 2 episodes. I was a little bit more hesitant because I was like, well, I don't want to get too far invested in these characters just to receive, a left-right hook combination to the face and then go, yeah, fuck you. But as the season went on, I actually found myself, I would watch it in the morning before I started work, even though I've been really busy. I'd do that. And I got to the last episode, and I'll tell you what, I said this to Yoda yesterday. I actually, for the first time in a long, long time, I felt on edge for the result of every character. Yeah. And I was sitting and I was thinking, please don't kill anyone off. Let them all make it. And when Riker said goodbye to Troy, I was like, oh, please don't kill Riker. And as I'm watching this, and there was like a massive sense of relief when they all survived after. They put a nice wrap bow around it and everything else. I was like, do you know what? That was the first time that I've actually given a shit about any characters in any TV series for probably a decade.
Yeah.
I was honestly on the edge of my seat watching it going, please don't die. Please.
I kept thinking,
go out.
Are they actually going to kill anybody off? Because, again, it would be a massive blow if they did. And like you say, you're actually on... Like, I was saying in the Mando that when it's kind of like in the Mando, there was one bit where they were in a space battle, and you've got Mando, or you've got Din and Grogu in the same ship, and you're thinking, they'll be fine. I think it was in Family Guy in The Empire Strikes Back one, and he goes, we got 7 or 8 major characters on this ship, we're going to be fine. Whereas in this Picard season 3, you were genuinely thinking, oh grief, this is I'm not sure. And then again, spoilers, I like the character Shaw, the captain of the Titan.
Yeah,
he was so good. But when they killed him off, I thought, like, hang on a minute, because are they going to do it to anybody else now? And like, even the whole thing, I'm not a huge fan of The Next Generation. I've seen episodes and I know about it, but I can't say I'm a huge fan. I do enjoy them, but the whole thing with Data and Lore, I didn't really know who Lore was. I don't think I've ever seen the episode. Oh, okay. But I obviously understood exactly what was going on. And again, I was thinking, they're not actually going to kill him off, are they? Oh, man, and like you say, you were actually on the edge of your seat and investing in the characters, like I say, in a way that I haven't for a long time.
It was awesome. And, me and Yoda, we did have a little bit of a nitpick yesterday But that was just being ardent fans of Star Trek for 40 odd years.
I mean, if I was
little bits.
I was going to say, if I was being super picky about it, I did think it was a bit, I don't want to say redundant, but bringing the Borg back was a bit sort of in the same way that Doctor Who kept bringing the Daleks back. I understand why they did it, and it was good, and it was still well done, but I did think, And the other bit that annoyed me a little bit is when the Enterprise is in that Borg cube, they didn't fly it out. But I kept thinking they can't do that because it's going to be too Return of the Jedi, with the Millennium Falcon. And I was kind of waiting for it to fly up and, and with the explosion, I was like, no, but I understand why they didn't do it. Like I say, you can't quite get away with it like that.
I loved it. We got some comics caning in here, man.
So, Riker was great this season, as John said. Big Gator said.
I'll tell you what, Riker was really good. Do you know who's the standout for me was Geordie LaForge. I thought he was, and he's acting by LeVar. He's LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton, yeah.
When they first found out that the Borg had basically used nanotech and the transporters to take over their young, his reaction to instantly go to his girls. And what I really liked about it is that he was, I've got to go and get my girls. And Data said, there's nothing you can do. We have to do this, in words to this effect, we've got to do it logically. And I liked how, I know it's only acting, but he was so good at it. He went from panicked father to, he managed to put it back in and become like the consummate professional. And he knew that he was only going to get them back if he remained calm and do what he was trained. And I just thought, fucking hats off, LeVar Burton, because you were the standout for me.
Thank you very much, John. Look at this, look.
Get in, John. Thank you.
Hooray! We can have food this week. we can afford Yoda's bail. But like I say, there was a few minor elements, like I say, being super picky. But overall, I was completely vested in the characters, the way they played it out, and the way they brought the characters in. So it wasn't just all of them starting off in one go. That Geordie didn't come into like episode 4 or 5 type of thing.
Yeah.
And again, it was just damn fine TV. I kept thinking in my head, I didn't say this on Twitter, but I kept thinking, this is the best Star Wars since the Orville.
Star Trek.
Oh, I'm doing it now.
No, you've done it.
Slip. Yeah, this is the best. This is the best Star Trek since the Orville. And like I say, I'm glad I've missed seasons 1 and 2, but season 3 was just, it was a perfect tribute to what Star Wars fans wanted. It was great. It was brilliant.
Don't watch season 1 and 2. Season 1 and 2 for me and Yoda, obviously Trekkies, is the equivalent of Boba Fett for you. Look at Boba Fett for you. It's that bad. Acid Twin says it wasn't for Yoda's episode 9 review, made him watch it. So yeah, cool, man.
Yeah. Byron was great. He was. Like I say, all of them were fantastic. They would, like I say, it was a really, really good series.
Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.